Have you ever asked yourself why emotions play such a crucial role in our relationships? Well, let's dive right into it. Emotions are more than just feelings. They are energy in motion. The outcome of our experiences often manifests as emotions, and these emotions serve as the dynamic force that powers our relationships. So how does this work? Imagine emotions as a form of kinetic energy, constantly moving and changing. This energy is what we tap into when we interact with others. The more powerful the emotion, the stronger the energy it generates. Now, think about where you direct your attention. It's often towards the people we feel the strongest emotions for, isn't it? That's because where we focus our attention, we also direct our energy. So the stronger our emotions towards someone, the more attention and energy we give them. This energy exchange forms the basis of our relationships. For instance, if you're someone who tends to be a bit needy, your relationships could be characterized by a sense of dependency or perhaps a feeling of lack. Our emotions, and thus the energy we associate with others, shape the nature of our relationships. But it's not all doom and gloom. On the flip side, when we invest our energy in emotions like love or gratitude, our relationships thrive. These positive emotions create a powerful bond, connecting us energetically with others. It's like tuning into a shared frequency, creating a vibrational match based on shared experiences and emotions. It's fascinating, isn't it? The energy of our emotions has such a profound impact on our relationships. It's a dynamic, ever-changing energy exchange that shapes and reshapes our connections with others. So, the next time you find yourself caught up in strong emotions, remember this. These feelings are not just internal experiences. They are energy in motion. And where this energy goes, it influences and shapes your relationships. Remember, the emotions we associate with others shape the nature of our relationships. Now, think about how different relationships are based on the emotions we associate with the individuals involved. Imagine a web of relationships, each strand representing a connection with someone in your life. Each connection is characterized by a unique blend of emotions. You might feel a sense of dependency with a close friend, or maybe resentment lingers in the connection with an ex-partner. The relationship with your boss could be tinged with fear, and the bond with your mother might be colored by guilt. But let's delve deeper into a more positive spectrum of emotions. Consider relationships rooted in love or gratitude. These connections are vibrant, pulsating with energy. The more love or gratitude you feel towards someone, the stronger this energetic bond becomes. You invest your attention, your thoughts, your time into these relationships, nurturing them like a well-tended garden. This investment isn't one-sided. It's a reciprocal dance of energy between you and the other person. You both feed off this energy, strengthening the bond. This is what we call a vibrational match. It's when your emotions, your energy aligns with someone else's. It's like two notes resonating in harmony, creating a beautiful chord. Now, these emotions aren't static. They can change, evolve, and grow. Imagine a relationship that starts with a spark of interest, blossoms into affection, and matures into deep, abiding love. Here, the energy invested in the relationship has intensified, elevating the vibrational match. But what if the relationship is rooted in negative emotions like anger or resentment? Here, the vibrational match is lower, the energy exchanged less vibrant. The relationship may survive, but it's unlikely to thrive. So, what's the takeaway? It's simple. The emotions we associate with individuals shape the nature of our relationships with them. Positive emotions like love and gratitude create strong, healthy bonds, while negative emotions can lead to weaker, less satisfying connections. So, the stronger the love or gratitude we feel, the more attention and energy we offer. This energy, this attention, is the lifeblood of our relationships. It's what keeps them vibrant, strong, and fulfilling. So what happens when we change our energy, particularly by opening our hearts and embracing elevated emotions? Well, let's dive in. When we choose to elevate our emotions, we essentially generate a new magnetic field that resonates from our heart centers. You might imagine this field as a sort of invisible aura, a vibrant pulsing sphere of energy that surrounds us. This field is no ordinary energy, though. It connects us to the unified field, a vast matrix that links all matter and spirit in the universe. By tapping into this unified field, we bridge the gap between polarity and duality, between the tangible and the spiritual. We become part of a larger interconnected whole. And as our hearts open, as we embrace emotions of love, joy, gratitude, and compassion, our perspective of life begins to shift. No longer are we confined to a narrow, polarized view of the world. No longer are we trapped in the cycle of analysis and anxiety. Instead, we start to perceive life from a more holistic perspective. We begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, to understand that we are not separate entities, but integral parts of the grand tapestry of existence. Elevated emotions, you see, carry information on their frequencies. Thoughts of health, wealth, love, joy. These cannot coexist with frequencies of suffering, anger, or resentment. They operate on different levels, different wavelengths. And when we choose to elevate our emotional state, to tune into these higher frequencies, we fundamentally alter our interactions with others. Our relationships begin to shift, to resonate with our elevated state. Our energy, our vibrational match changes, and in doing so, we either naturally detach from those who no longer align with our higher vibration, or we uplift them to match our elevated state. Embracing elevated emotions, then, is not only a personal journey, it's a transformation that ripples out, affecting all those around us, shaping our relationships and our understanding of the world. Embracing elevated emotions can fundamentally alter how we interact with others. Now, what happens to our relationships when we shift our energetic state? Picture a scale that measures emotional energy. On one side, we have lower emotions such as anger, resentment, or fear. On the other, we have elevated emotions like love, gratitude, and joy. Our relationships, in essence, are a reflection of where we stand on this scale. When we intentionally shift our energy towards the elevated end of the spectrum, something fascinating happens. Our emotional frequency changes, and with it, the nature of our relationships. Imagine your relationships as a garden. The plants that thrive are the ones you water, those that you give your energy to. If you've been watering the plants of anger, resentment, or fear, they've likely grown quite robust. But what happens if you suddenly stop watering these and start nurturing the plants of love, gratitude, and joy instead? The lower energy plants begin to wither. They're not receiving the nourishment they were used to. This is akin to the individuals in your life who were linked to you through these lower emotions. As you shift your energy, they may find themselves adrift, unable to connect with you in the way they used to. They may naturally drift away as you're no longer feeding the emotional bond that tied you together. On the other hand, the plants of love, gratitude, and joy start to flourish. They grow stronger and more vibrant with every drop of water, every bit of energy you give them. This is like the individuals in your life who resonate with these elevated emotions. As you shift your energy, your bond with them deepens. You're now radiating an energy they can connect with, an energy that uplifts them. In some cases, your elevated energy might be so strong that it has the power to uplift those around you. Just as a single healthy plant can revitalize a garden, your elevated emotional state can inspire others to shift their energy to join you in this higher vibrational space. So, you see, changing our energy can profoundly impact our relationships. It's a powerful tool, one that can transform not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us. To wrap up our discussion on emotional energy and relationships, let's summarize the key points. Our emotions are a form of energy, and where we focus our attention, we direct our energy. The intensity of our emotions towards someone directly reflects the amount of attention and energy we give them. The nature of our relationships is often shaped by the emotions we associate with individuals. If your disposition leans towards neediness, your relationships might be characterized by need, dependency, or lack. On the other hand, relationships rooted in love or gratitude flourish on the energy we invest in them. The stronger the love or gratitude we feel, the more attention and energy we offer, creating a bond that connects us energetically with others. When we shift our energy, particularly by opening our hearts and embracing elevated emotions, we produce an external magnetic field. This field, originating from the heart center, links us to the unified field, serving as a bridge between matter and spirit, and allows us to perceive life from a more holistic perspective. Elevated emotions carry information on their frequencies. These thoughts cannot coexist with frequencies of suffering, as they operate at different levels. By elevating our emotional state, we can fundamentally alter how we interact with others, as it changes our vibrational match. If our personal relationships are rooted in lower emotions, like suffering, competition, or anger, changing our energy can lead to a mismatch with those individuals. In such cases, either the person will naturally drift away from our lives because we no longer feed that lower emotional bond, or if our energy is strong enough, we can uplift them to our elevated emotional state. In essence, shifting our energetic state can profoundly impact our relationships. It can lead to a natural detachment from those no longer aligned with our higher vibration, or uplift others to match our elevated state. Remember, the energy you carry is the energy you give. Choose wisely.